All right, welcome. What is up, GDQ? Just a quick heads up, there is so much speed tech in this game that unfortunately we won't be able to go through everything, so just bear with us. And joining me for this run for the commentary will be Edward G and Kitty.
Hello.
Say hello, guys.
Hello.
And all right, I guess let's get started. Ed, would you like to do the countdown?
Yes. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hype!
Good luck,
luck.
Muty.
Thank you very much.
Alright, so you can see Muty doing a lot of B-upping right here. Some very good B-upping. He's the world record holder. Some say he's the best B-upper out there. And yeah, we're gonna B-up through the entire game pretty much. And here we're gonna see the first instance of NPC manipulation, getting him closer to the scanner.
Good luck out there, buddy.
So we save a bit of time. And right there you saw a frame drop. That was actually not a lag. That was an intentional drop of the frame rate by the runner to open the door quicker and get through quicker, yeah. You can see the same here. There we loaded the map again to make the NPCs react faster to being pushed. And that was also an NPC abuse, pushing the NPC to open the door.
NPC abuses are going to be a big part of the run, where we most of the time scare NPCs into opening doors for us. So we are deploying explosives and they run away from it. That's usually how it works, but there are a lot of tiny manipulations like here. This very precise setup sets up the scientists right in front of the retinal scanner, and we're saving like fractions of a second there. So the game is very optimized. It is a traditional speedrunning game, and we have done a lot of optimization over the years that we are coming down to this kind of stuff.
We've assured the administrator that nothing will go wrong. No, please, I don't
So
want to die.
I'm going to take the time that we have right now to start explaining some of the big tricks that is coming up in this game, where we're basically saving 2 minutes. So there was a time when we were just skipping the cutscene, and now we're basically skipping all of the going around as well. And it's called the test chamber skip. So down there in this cage that you see below the window, there will be coming out a card soon. And we're going to make an object boost. Object boosts are a technique that we're going to use a lot in this run, where we are using an object, getting velocity with it, and then we're going to ramp up on the side of this machine, and we're going to fly up into the air in the room towards a trigger that is there, that has been left there probably for some testing purposes, that we can use to get to the next level. So that way we're skipping all of this, the rest of this chapter after the scripted scene has run out.
We'll take it from here. Power to stage 1 emitters in 3, 2.
So yes, in short, change level trigger up there in the air. Then card is gonna come up. We're gonna perform an object boost, and we're gonna ramp up the slope and up into the load trigger.
Yeah, afterwards we want to go to that window down there. And you can see that's a big drop, right? So what we can do is something called the jump bug, which is a method of canceling fall damage. It is a frame perfect trick, and it's frame rate dependent. You can only do jump bugs at certain frame rates.
Overhead capacitors to 5, 7.
There's multiple ways to cancel fall damage that we're gonna see throughout the run, such as slow bugs and angle bugs, and yeah.
So yeah, and Muty is now going to do this. It is not only frame perfect, it's also pixel perfect. That's why he was aligning there. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, let's go. Hopefully well. Oh, there we go.
Very nice.
Nice, landed on the side.
And the jump bug, very nice.
First try. So this is where the run
perfect
really takes off now. Unforeseen consequences, heavy movement chapter. These 3 lasers are pretty much like a countdown. It was an FPS manipulation again.
A lot of clean B-upping. It's very impressive. Like, I'm still impressed to this day when I watch Muty B-up. It's truly incredible.
Yeah, I mean,
This is
like
some very high level.
he has really optimized his technique, so you can get an optimal acceleration from your movements according to how you move your mouse, how you perform the circles, because you're gaining speed from the circles, and he has just optimized this very much. And making all these little chains, so if you want to learn something, like, I mean, there are a lot of good beer hoppers also in AG, but Muty really has optimized the game a lot.
All right, we're gonna pick up a lot of armor here for an upcoming trick.
Yeah, it's called electricity skip. We're pretty much gonna hop through the electricity and take damage.
So he just jumped through the electricity there. Usually would have to go around, and even there was a skip earlier. And now we're doing this. And it really only saves time if you're able to consistently keep your HP afterwards. So again, a micro optimization there. It's really about just a few seconds.
Here's a new trick, hopefully.
Nice.
Very well done.
That's really hard. So he was lowering the game to 4 FPS, picking up the shotgun earlier, but he basically lost control over the game during that time. So he had to, right after, pretty much very instantly perform the right actions to turn around and shoot the window to get through. Very fluent so far.
God, you're here.
So there was an NPC abuse with Barney. He opened the door. We're going to see this again now. He's shooting the scientist, stopping him. And he got through the door. The scientist was opening the door. He's just skipped the complete chapter.
That is a ton of time saved there, compared to just running through the whole chapter.
Yeah, something like 2 to 3 minutes, I guess. Nice. There was another form of canceling fall damage there. He was landing on this tiny ladder. When you latch on the ladder, no matter how much fall speed you have, you just lose it instantly.
Oh, missed the health kit. What a bummer.
Yeah, he pre-strafed straight into a damage boost, utilizing 4 FPS to take less damage and save time later on. HP management is very important in the run.
Yeah, I was just going to mention, when you're not getting a medkit, that usually means you're losing like 1.5 seconds, because you have to invest this exact time to get those 15 HP back from a health recharger.
Ooh. Can I hit this? Come on. There you go.
Nice.
Nice.
That was very
Nice.
close there. That was
It's a very
an
hard
expert.
trick.
He's coming up. another one.
Unfortunately, I couldn't build up enough speed to be able to edge bug off of that roof there.
At least it was a lot harder. And here we see another edge bug, like the two we just saw.
Or not. There we go.
This is
That
just
was
a hard.
actually an edge bug into a slow bug, so we actually got a lot of speed from that, which saves us the need to pre-strafe. Saves a bit of time.
All right, here comes a pretty swag boost. Hopefully I can get it. What? Oh, no. There we go.
Nice.
Doesn't save a tremendous amount of time, but it's one of the most cool looking tricks in the game, and one of the most interesting ones.
Yeah, well, with this trick, you can very much see the evolution of this game. When it was found, it was pretty much impossible to get it first try. It took a long time for the top runners to learn how to get it consistent. Nowadays, when you're going for one of the top times, you need to get this trick first try.
Yeah. It's some very high level gameplay. It's incredible.
Yeah, yeah, the run has been grinded down very much in the last time. Now we are at like, I think 26 minutes and 48 seconds. I'm gonna talk a little bit later about this as well. So yeah, this was the chapter Blast Pit. We're almost at the end. Pretty much straight went to the different buttons, activated everything, went back to the tentacle room, activated the button through the window, so he didn't need to stand on the inner side. This is one of the features of the game. You can activate buttons despite collision.
Yeah, the game doesn't check for collision for using things through walls.
And pretty much like we've got Hostiles earlier, where he was doing the NPC abuse with the scientist that was opening the door for him. Power up, starting now, is gonna be done in like 10 seconds.
There we go.
Just light
That's
up.
pretty much it.
Remember when we used trip mines for power up? Now we just completely skip on that too.
Yeah, you needed to get some additional trip mines. And of course,
Very
much
smart
earlier.
use of them.
Yeah. This chain here, Muty just performed, is very much harder than it really looks.
Needed to redo that because I wasn't satisfied with the resulting speed from that.
Also, when you're not getting the right speed, you're taking damage from people shooting you from the side. This is happening a little bit right now, but there is another possibility to get some health. Alright, coming up is one of the hard tricks in this game, the so-called nade rails.
Okay, good.
Saved.
That was close. That was close.
So it is really hard enough to maintain your speed in this game because you have to scroll for the jump inputs and you need to time your scrolling so that you get the jump input when you're hitting the floor. Now here in this tunnel, you're getting stuck on the side all the time, even if you're doing it normally. And Muty is doing a grenade boost here. So he needs to do all of this with even more speed and can only save time during the chapter if he manages to keep that speed. So this is really a very hard thing to do, and it is world record run. He got like a 2:35 time and on a rail. He did that perfectly there. And all these micro strafes, it might not be so obvious when you're new to the game, but like you're getting speed from strafing left and right in the air, and he does all these macro strafes. He shortens up the pathway and still gets some speed out of this.
There is
So
incredible
very
depth to this. Alright, so you can see right there, Muty pressed the button through the wall again. So he's not stuck inside a room. He doesn't need to wait any longer than we can. He's also grabbing a medkit through the wall. I mean, using a health charger. Very convenient.
And this is a timing method. He's timing when he can get out of the door. Exactly. So that this door won't be closed. If he goes through too early, it was a jump bug
Another
again.
jump bug, first try, very well executed.
Oh yeah, I've added custom chapter titles, so
Yeah,
mainly shoutouts for
we just
all the peaks.
entered apprehension. Is
So
it
now
time
we have
for
a little bit of
donations?
time. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Ed.
Exactly.
Yeah, we've
Time for some donations.
Yeah, we've got some here. We have a $10 donation from Parochial Joe, who says you're gonna need a bigger boat. We have a $25 donation from Tazo, who says, hello to my good friend Muty, the greatest Hungarian speedrunner of all time. Really happy to see you here. Good luck on surface tension especially. Sending lots of love to you all. We have time for another?
Yeah.
All right, this is a big one. We have Commodore Perry, who sends along $250. And they say, hello, Gordon. Look, Gordon, a donation. We can use these for big causes. Help me, Gordon. Thank you, Commodore. Thank you very much.
Very generous.
Love that one.
We have another big one here. There's no message attached to this one, but Albino Weasel sends along $400. Thank you very much. Unbelievable. Thank you for the 400.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah,
we got captured.
Did you already ask me that? Maybe. I don't know if we should go any further.
Awkward silence.
I can continue if you'd like, because we have a few more.
Go for
Go
one
on.
more.
Okay,
Go for
one more. All right, we have a $25 donation from Solid Snake US, who says, longtime watcher, first time donating, definitely had to donate this AGDQ due to my experience with cancer last year, and I'm hoping I'm in the clear this year. Thank you so much for all of the years of great entertainment and great runs.
So we have entered now the chapter residue processing. After Muty got captured in the game, he lost all of his weapons. So now we're pretty much back to the basics, where you only have the crowbar, and this is a heavy movement chapter. So this is some bunny hopping through vents, and what we're going to see now is the so-called meat grab, where you are taking this object in the goo, and then you are doing an object boost through the vent, maintaining all of your speed. This is pretty much how you need to do it.
Incredible.
That was
Just
very,
incredible.
very good. That was very good. So, as you can see, like, we're doing all of these crazy strategies nowadays in the run. You really need to do them to get the world record. Because just recently we had this race going on between Muty and Maxim. And I mean, people know that Maxim was holding the world record for a long time, who are a little bit into the community and the run. And they were battling each other over this world record and grinded the times down to the 27, mid 27, low 27, first 26 by Maxim, and then the 26:48 by Muty. So it was a real hype, and a lot of people said like this was a real event in speedrunning in general. So this really changed the way how difficult the game is. So shoutouts to Maxim.
Big shoutouts.
So in short, we've just killed Hotline speedrunning in general.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I blame Maxim. We love you, Maxim.
All right. I love this blue color.
Very calming, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, this is
Hopefully
a
I get there
prelude
on
to
the
surface
cycle.
tension.
The calm before the
much
storm,
happening.
you know?
Exactly.
SD is a big mess.
But we're gonna get the Gauss gun, and I think I'm gonna
All right,
explain
yeah.
that myself. So in short, the Gauss gun has, when you use the alternate fire, recoil, and if you build it up completely, slowly, it has insane recoil, and it can just make us fly everywhere we want to, and we're gonna be abusing that a lot for the rest of the run.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an 8 there. Nice try, Mr. Soldier.
So there was
here it
actually
is.
ammunition duping there, saving during the animation and loading again. So it duped the ammunition, especially the grenades. So yeah, the special thing about the Gauss gun is that it gives you a boost, so you're getting faster, much faster, but you don't take any damage usually. We're gonna see different ways to use it. So the first thing is that he's just going to take a forward boost here.
And then this big boy.
Yeah, he just skipped pretty much everything in this map. He went straight to the end.
Oh.
And what we
Pretty
can
long
also do
round.
is an upcoming ricochet boost at the cliffside.
Pressing the valve through the wall there, as we usually do, to open the hatch
no.
right here.
I'm just gonna sit here so the helicopter doesn't shred us to pieces.
Chopper RNG.
Alright, so upcoming we have C2P, stands for Call to Pipe. It's a self-guard trick recently found by Carl Dieter. Shout outs to him. And yeah, it allows us to skip the entire section right there very quickly. The fastest strat, I would say.
And another ramp up. Goes to a ramp, shoots the gauze behind him, and lifts up into the air, skips over the wall. There is a lot of tiny manipulations going on that we really can't point out all the time. We're actually sad that we can't do that. It's just too much, too many things.
You can see how
Nicely saved.
incredibly useful the gauze gun is in like everywhere pretty much. And you can use it in multiple ways to boost yourself. You can also boost yourself upwards with self-gauzes. Or you damage yourself because there's a ricochet effect to the laser that it shoots.
Coming up is Maxima HD.
Well, hopefully maximized because it's not an easy trick to pull off, but we'll try.
Especially on the HP.
That'll do.
Yes,
All right, there
oh
we
my
go.
God.
First try, very nice.
Incredible.
That was just a series of tricks.
Very hard to execute. And we're stuck in the infinite health door, the infamous infinite health door. And I think I have already enough HP, but basically what it is it's just pretty much a leftover from beta development where supposedly Barney would get stuck on the doors and then they would just kill him off or something like that. But they've accidentally added -1 damage to the door instead of 1 damage. So it's actually giving us HP every single frame. So we just got 100 HP every single second there, and it just speeds up the rest of the run insanely.
And I see a water chain right here. Utilizing the self-gauze, very nice.
And these
Good thing I haven't
self-gauzes,
run out.
these self-gauzes also depend on what your speed is, what direction you go, where you're doing the self-gauze. It can slow you down, it can lift you up. So this again, some pretty precise business.
And
Thank God.
Lambda core.
So
I was
yeah, I
getting
think
worried there for a second about the Hornet gun. Well, there are Hornet aliens at the end of Forget About Freeman, and if their shots make it through the level load trigger and touch you, your game instantly crashes. So thankfully that didn't happen.
it looked very close.
Yeah. Is it time for donations again?
If you think it is, then,
Yeah, let's go
then
for
then we have some.
All right.
All right.
Of course.
All right. Now stick with me here. This is pretty. I'm gonna try my best on this one. We have $25 donation from G-Man, who says, "Mr. Muty in the flesh, I took the liberty of donating $25. Perhaps more adequate funding would occur if you and your couch would do your best impression of myself as per request of my employer. All of this, of course, is payment for taking care of an enemy of mine, a certain GLaDOS. Thank you, G-Man, for the $25. And
That was awesome. I would clap, but my hands are full right now.
it is all right. And we also have $33.33 from Bitcore, who says, Gordon, look out!
Oh my G-Man.
Was that our G-Man? What do you guys think?
I think so, yes.
Guessing? Yes.
We need to ask him
G-Man.
later. Thanks, G-Man.
Smile.
Smile.
Gordon Freeman in the flesh, or rather, in the
Do we
eyes.
have some more donation? Because I think we can go for a couple more.
Yeah, just step in whenever you're ready to take back over. We have a $5 donation from the Real Forest Elf, who says, hey, Muty, nice seeing you here. Have an awesome fun run. Greetings to the whole Half-Life Speedrun family and my Tomb Runners out there. Stay awesome. Godspeed. We have a $15 donation from Kiros, who says, congrats on making it to $1 million. Let's get to 2 or 3. I agree. We have a $50 donation from II Baron, who says, always a fantastic, well-run event. $15 from Daverboy, who says, no comment. Well, okay, but only a little bit of comment. We have $10 from, it looks like Colt Lillebror, who says, Muty, good luck on the run, and thanks for the shout out and amazing commentary.
Hey, thank you, Colt.
Oh, yeah.
We have $250 from Sphinx, who says, longtime watcher, first-time donator. Oh, no. Good luck to all the runners and keep up the amazing work. Greetings from Germany.
Jeez, Muty.
I don't know what is happening, okay? Just bear with me. Okay, we're good.
Oh my god.
That's
All right,
This is supposed to be an
we're coming-
supposed to be an auto scroller.
Yeah, usually it is. But I mean, these things happen. These things happen all the time. The thing can glitch out in the end. All right, some interloper now. This is the hardest thing to get done when you are so far into the run and you're about to PB. This is the chapter that's gonna make or break you, because it has a lot of hard chains, boosts left and right. Going through the teleporter usually means you are about 1 minute away from the end of the run. It's a nice trick.
Trip's coming up soon.
And a double nade boost into the teleporter, skipping all of this room.
Oh. Okay, that was not looking good. Let's try again.
much better.
Well, that's
I jinxed it.
jinxing. Okay, we're good.
All right, there we go. This is the last map of the last chapter.
The final boss.
Neil. Remember how it took all of you people like 10 minutes at least to beat this boss? Yeah, we're just gonna speed it up a little bit.
Yeah, like 20 something
mind.
seconds.
World record is a low 19 seconds.
And time.
Time.
Right.
GG.
GG.
GG. All right, let's watch the in-game timer. 28:12.
Oh wow, that's very good.
I'm
That's
pretty
very
happy
good,
with that. Okay, that's a good run.
Very good marathon time.
All right. Thanks GDK for having us. It was a pleasure. It's just great. I have no words. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this run. Shout outs to Oaks J for making the custom sound pack. Check out his YouTube channel. He's great. And he made a last minute sound pack for the game for us all to enjoy. Shout outs to the Swordslands community. And yeah, love you all.
As for the suit,
Thanks.
I think you
I would also like to shout out Supaye, David, and my brother. Thank you very much for having me, Muty, and thanks for having us, GDQ. It was a pleasure.
thanks to
Yeah, thanks again.
I thank you, Ed. Thank you, Cutie.
some work you managed over there.
All right, and thank you, Muty. That was Half-Life, a fantastic run. Absolutely amazing. Thank you very much for that. Coming up next, we're getting set up for our next run. It's Panache with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Coming up next on Awesome Games Done Quick 2021 online. Got a few more donations here. Just want to go over real fast that came on through. We got a $5 donation from that one nerd online who says, I'm donating in honor of prog rock legend Neil Peart, who lost his battle with cancer on this day last year. Let's get this awful disease out of here. I agree completely. Get out, indeed. We have $25 from Happenstance and Roxapopoulos, who says, so much hype for this GDQ, and we still have a few days left to go. Putting this towards the Mario run, because more GDQ runs mean more hype potential. And if you don't know what they're referring to, our next bonus game is a Super Mario 64 blindfolded 16-star run. Goodness, you got to see that. You see what I did there? See, blindfolded. All right, anyways, we'll be right back after a few words. All right. Thank you very much for sticking with us through the short break there. We're back at Awesome Games Done Quick 2021 online. Going to tell you a little bit about one of our sponsors right now, the Yeti, the official merch supporter of Games Done Quick events since 2011. Over $1.5 million donated to GDQ charities. All profits from the AGDQ 2021 collection will go to the Prevent Cancer Foundation. The collection is available until January 10th at midnight. Get your order in before it's gone at www.theyeti.com. And right now, while we're getting set up for our next run, we have an interview coming up with the run 2 runs from now. We have a Resident Evil 5 co-op run coming up, and Blecky is going to be doing an interview with our 2 runners, D Cosmic and Avu Camu.
Hey guys, I am Blecky here with DC Cosmic and Abu Kamu, who are going to be running that Resident Evil 5 real soon. Really excited for it, guys. How are you both doing today?
Great, man. How are you?
Amazing.
Good. Nice, nice. So I'm really excited for this. You may not know this, but we are just 2 days shy of the 10-year anniversary of the last Resident Evil 5 co-op run. I mean, we've seen over the past 10 years, we've seen so many different Resident Evil runs. Cosmic, tell us a little bit of everything in the series. Why did you choose to submit Resident Evil 5?
Resident Evil 5 was actually the first Resident Evil game that I bought and played like all the way through back in 2009. And one of my friends convinced me to play it with her, and I was just like, sure, why not? You know, and it happened to be a lot of fun. And now, like 10 years later, I was like, this is still one of my favorite games like of all time. So I just decided to run it and submit it. Yeah.
Very cool. Kamu, anything you'd like to add about why Resident Evil 5 speaks to you in particular?
Yeah, I think for those familiar with the Resident Evil series, every game has its own niche. If you look at the OG PlayStation, Nintendo games, it's that set camera angle, third person, and then you get to Resident Evil 7, first person horror. I think Resident Evil 5 is a pretty good tribute with a lot of OG and new elements combined.
Yeah, and I think another really cool thing about it is, of course, as we'll be seeing shortly, it has that co-op mode. I think it's the first Resident Evil game with co-op mode, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah,
Yes.
I think it was the first one to feature it like in full capacity.
Cool. I mean, I love a good co-op run. I've done several myself in the past. Kamu, tell me a little bit. What does co-op add coming from single player?
Obviously, there's an IRL perspective. One of the difficult things of co-op is coordinating your schedules. Obviously, within the game itself, it's actually kind of cool because you don't have to rely on AIs doing things. And another good example is if one of you makes a mistake, the other can potentially pick up on your slack, which saves the run. As a lot of speedrunners know, resetting is a really major part of it.
Very cool. And I saw that actually, I think the world record is actually 9 minutes faster in co-op than single player. Cosmic, what exactly is faster about co-op mode?
The biggest thing is mainly that in solo, obviously you're doing everything by yourself. So tasks that become like 3 or 4 steps in co-op, they're cut down to like 1 or 2 steps. Just because one person, like the whole thing with co-op is that you're going to be sort of maximizing the amount of things that each player is doing at a time. So one person's not just like left hanging doing nothing. So for example, the most obvious example is that in solo, you'll have to go and pick up a key and then run all the way back to a certain area to go ahead and like activate the cutscene. However, in co-op, the second player is just going to sit in that area where the cutscene triggers while the other player goes and picks up the key. So you just save like...
So are you actually kind of sharing inventory in a way?
Yeah, to an extent. Like each player kind of has their role. So like I'll be using the handgun a lot of the run. So all like the handgun drops and everything are going to go over, passing ammo back and forth, or we'll be passing heals back and forth in order to do all that sort of stuff. The key items in the game are actually shared between the players. So you can really there's gates that you have to open or doors that you have to open. So I'll pick up like one key in one area and then Kamu will technically have it on his person. So then he can go and open that up immediately. He'll be already getting into position to do that. So it's really just all about task delegation.
Gotcha. Kamu, it sounds like there's a lot of routing involved here. How did you kind of go about kind of planning this entire route out?
Well, of course I got to do that self plug. The world record is ours, so it is our routing. I guess because it was already an established game, I would imagine with games that have already been run, as you said, over 10 years, there have been small optimizations, and obviously there have been people who have ran the game a lot longer than us. I think it's always good to have a fresh input, because I feel like if you run a game for too long, you get really tunnel vision, and to not really looking for new strategies that would be really obvious to a viewer or a new runner. Yeah, I think the main part of optimizing a co-op run is obviously, for any speed run, I guess, would be just be familiar with the game, and obviously understand that each time you want to play it, if you want to get better, it's going to be harder because you want to pick up less things, you want to pick up less heals, you want to, try new lines. Maybe we don't have to kill this guy. Can we just dodge him, run by him, and just smaller stuff like that eventually adds up.
Cool. Cosmic, you were telling me a bit before this interview that there's actually a lot of variance between runs compared to one another. What would you say causes that variance? Is it a luck factor or kind of execution?
I definitely say like it's luck. It's that the execution that's required throughout the run is really consistent. So it's all about kind of like how you adapt to the little things that the enemies do. And then sometimes like there's a couple of like tough RNG spots as far as like a couple of the bosses. And those are really like the big ones. Like in our most recent PB, on one of the longer sections of the game, the boss there gave us like some really, really bad patterns, and it cost us like 20 or 30 seconds, I want to say. And it was just like, wow, it was one of those this has never happened moments. But then, we finally ran into that sort of RNG, and it was like, okay. But then in some of the sections where where you have to encounter just like these very precarious situations, and because you're spending a lot of your gold on like rocket launchers to do like a lot of bosses and stuff. So a lot of your inventory is really stripped down, and you may not have like the amount of like weapons or heals or anything that the developers thought you might have had at that point. So you're maybe kind of underleveled in some way. So you get to some of these precarious sections, and you really just kind of have to plan around just just small adaptations here and there. So a lot of these like small adaptations kind of add up over time.
Got it. Very cool. I'm looking forward to the run. We're going to wrap up here with a couple questions from Twitter. Let's see here. From Dr. Bacon 22. He's asking, what are your favorite costumes? Cosmic, we'll start with you.
I'm actually going to go with Heavy Metal Chris.
And you, Kamu?
I'm going to go with Business Sheva, just because it's sleek and I like women with class,
Very nice. Very nice. We got another question coming in here. Spade Ace Tweets asked, preferred character to run through the game with. You each have this character for the co-op run, so this might already be answered. But yeah, let's start with you, Kamu, your preferred character.
Probably Chris, for mechanic reasons. There's a part where Chris actually pushes a crate a lot faster than Sheva, and I can't imagine the main character, the protagonist of Resident Evil, is worse than a side character that only appears in one game. So
how about you, Cosmic?
Yeah, I also prefer running through the game with Chris. It's the arms man. He's just too good. Yeah. He's a really cool character though. He's definitely like he's probably my favorite Resident Evil character. He's just really cool. There's a lot to him. Depth wise. It goes through like the biggest character development throughout the course of the series. So
cool stuff. Well, I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you both so much for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So coming up next, we have Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Right after that will be Resident Evil co-op. Stay tuned. It's going to be great. Back to you, Eternal Enigma.
All right, Blecky, thank you very much. Definitely looking forward to that RE5 co-op run coming up in 2 runs. We have our next run still getting set up. It's Panache with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Getting that set up. Got a few more donations and want to talk about another bid incentive before we get into that here. We have, oh boy, we have $25 from G-Man, who says, here is the extra payment. Of course. Goodbye, Mr. Muty. Thank you, G-Man. And we have $11 from Time Spinner, who says $11 for an 11 out of 10 G-Man. Oh, Time Spinner, thank you very much. Real quick, just want to remind you about our next bid in.
All right, we have one more $250 donation from Polymano saying, I love GDQ. Heart emoji. Donation goes to Catgirl Madeline. All right, everyone, get your head crabs back on. I never told y'all to take them off, and dial up the hype as we welcome Muty for his scriptless run of Half-Life Opposing Force.
All right, Iggy, thank you. Hi, everyone. This is Muty. We're going to be doing Half-Life Opposing Force, which is sort of a continuation of Half-Life. You just saw Black Mesa not too long ago. Fortunately, this game didn't get the re-release as the original Half-Life did, but no, that's fine. Commentating for me today is going to be Cutie and Edward G. Say hello, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, I don't think we should waste any more time, so do a countdown, Ed, please.
Aren't you gonna show the trick?
No. Let's just get on with it.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, Muty.
Thank you very much. All right, already we're not going to waste too much time at the start. As you saw, we had a fade to black at the start, but we've already skipped 2 rooms completely blind because we need to hurry up.
So very similar to the original Half-Life game in this category, which is also scriptless. That means Muty is going to do the jumping with the mouse wheel. He's going to scroll when he touches the ground and tries to have as little time on the ground as possible to not get friction and not slow down. We're skipping the cutscene here in the beginning. So we get right into the game. Muty was doing some movement in the dark, and we're having some initial cutscene here with the NPC. He's getting us through the door. And pretty much like in Half-Life, we're first of all going to have a bunny hopping sequence, but with a major trick coming up right at the beginning.
Oh God.
Will he get it?
Nice.
First try jump bug. Incredible
That is a very
performance.
hard trick. Now, the thing with this jump bug, Muty, I think you wanted to explain it, right?
Yes. So the thing is, the jump bug itself is like a... Well, of course it's a frame perfect trick, but here it's a little bit different because there's a kill trigger where we jump down. And that kill trigger sometimes doesn't work. It's supposed to kill us, but for a certain time window it doesn't work, and we're allowed to make a jump bug there. Unfortunately, of course, after we perform the jump bug, the kill trigger starts working again. So we have to make our way into the doorway where the kill trigger doesn't extend anymore. And that way we can avoid it and not get jibbed to death instantly. It's a very hard trick because you have to re-crouch after you jump bug.
So he basically needs to open the door mid-air and get through the door so much that he's not going to touch the ground where the kill trigger is anymore. So it's not just a jump bug. Makes it much harder than most of the jump bugs that you see in the original game. And if you're interested, we have presented Half-Life, the original game, in AGDQ in winter, and have explained some of the tricks there as well, including the jump bug. So this is an object boost. Muty is going to do here is going to take an object, boost it away, and boost himself with it. He's taking on the speed of the object. Very common trick in all of the Half-Life series. So in this initial section, there is not that much happening, but you can lose a lot of time. You need to be fluent here in the movements. Here's a cutscene. He just activated that. There is a robot. He's now freed. He will be able to get through the door. And after that, Muty is going to be able to continue.
Here I'm going to lower my frame rate to 20 because this robot is actually an NPC. And NPC's turn rates are actually tied to the frame rate in the game. So there's no tick rate in Gold Source Engine games, well, Opposing Force being one of them. So your frame rate is basically your engine tick rate. And if you lower your frame rate, NPCs can turn around much quicker.
And the same is true when you're heightening the frame rate. So if you want an NPC to turn slowly, not be shot at, you can do that too. So there is a lot of speed tech in this game.
Here I
You're
lowered
muting.
my FPS again.
Yeah, right.
Go
I was
ahead.
just gonna say, to avoid some damage taking from this green goo.
Yeah, and
And he's
once
gonna
again,
do
we're
another.
gonna see an FPS lower trick here. To simply pass through the window of the tram.
Yeah, he just glitched out of it.
Using
So
4 FPS.
basically, yeah, our collision gets out of the tram, so we can just freely get out of it. All right, so for the next 90 seconds or so, we're not going to have anything happening, so Iggy, take it away.
Sounds great. I hope you love animal facts because we still have them coming in. What have that right? Galathiol sends $5 and says, fun animal fact. Dolphins are the first animal outside of humans to have recognizable individual names in their own communities. They're also capable of starting $5 trains to get catgirls. Yes, indeed, we are less than $17,000 away. Let's keep it going, everybody. We also have $50 from Android Sin. They say Gordon Freeman, PhD, the ultimate doctor without borders. Donation to Runner's Choice.
Celeste. It's actually funny because in this game, we play as Adrian Shepard, but at the same time, we're playing as Gordon Freeman as well. Because if I went to third person right now, third person camera, we would actually have the model skin of Gordon Freeman. So that's funny. But story-wise, we're playing with Adrian Shepard right now. And there's Otis. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, Otis.
Hello.
I'm gonna say hi to him in a very special way, because...
So what Muty did here was to get out of the tram and exit the tram a little earlier. He can line up here in front of this next level part that is going to be loaded up now. Cannot pass this point, otherwise the load was not going to take place.
It would take place, it's just I would lose my weapons, like all of them. And they're quite
That's the
useful.
distance thing. Right. That is one of the
Yeah,
crucial things about, for example, the safe warping category. You can get very technical in this game, and the distances towards the entities matter a lot in this specific category. Char has made a tutorial about that. I can highly recommend it.
He's gonna object boost with the chair to get all the way up the elevator. Take some armor while passing by through the vent. Kinda sus.
Yeah, I got
And here
instant karma.
we're gonna have a
unfortunately.
B-up sequence. Do you
Nice.
want to explain that?
So what he just did there was to get through the sequence. He hit a trigger upstairs that was gonna set in motion a scripted scene, and according to that, this soldier that he just killed would have gone through the door. But because he was going so fast, he was getting the soldier stuck in front of the door and was able to kill him to get his weapon. And by saving and loading, he was able to multiply this weapon, so now he has full ammo. You can do a lot of boosting, pretty much like the Gauss gun in the original Half-Life game.
Oh yes.
The LMG gives a crazy amount of speed in the backwards direction. You can just turn around and use it.
So this sequence that we're seeing here right now is basically one where you can only lose time, because as you can see, he sometimes needs to stop and wait for the fire to extinguish or go away. And he needs to be at that point to continue right away once the fire is gone. The same goes for this cutscene. He needed to activate the trigger. And now he's pretty much free to go again, but we're going to see another cutscene coming in just in a moment. So this way, this game is much more spaced and rhythmatized by scripted scenes than the original game. Was a little backup strategy there Muty did to get a little more health.
Yeah, I hope
but
this
the ammo
HP is going to be
perfect.
enough.
This is a very nice trick.
Okay, good.
Nice.
First try, very nice.
HP management was really crucial up until that point, because that ladder grenade jump there takes away most of our health. So. And it takes a while to grab HP in a lot of spots, so pretty happy it turned out well.
When all the fighting started.
So there are so many tricks here, we cannot really go into all of them. But this here, for example, is another scripted scene, and he's gonna speed it up by scaring the NPCs out of the room with a grenade.
Good.
Sometimes the shotgun guy gets here, yeah.
Activated
Some
Go ahead.
scripted sequence early.
yeah.
So he's just
Alright,
gonna
it
getting
happens.
some health here.
Yeah, we're just collecting stuff. Quick donation, perhaps?
Sounds good. We got $50 from Claire Bear with a haiku. They say, Catgirl Madeline, I really have to see it. Let's make it happen.
Very nice haiku.
Yes.
Hi,
If you
Artful.
if you type if you type haiku into the console in this game, it just brings out random text. Oh, whoops! Oh, oh God, what happened? It happens.
Doors
That
are
was
hard.
close.
I'm
Muty
getting
was
hit
throwing the
everywhere.
grenade. Okay. What is going
is it?
on?
Ah, it's fine. I can fix it.
Nice. Good game.
Don't worry
All
about
right,
it.
you managed to get out of there. That was surprising. All right.
It's
So
fine.
usually when he's doing this sequence, he's getting through there so quickly. And this is exactly, it's interesting that this happened now because it shows how fast you need to be to really do the quick routes, you know? Usually if you're not as fast as Muty, you would get into exactly these problems. The NPCs would start to move. You would not be able to control it anymore. The game would get some more RNG and suddenly you get confused yourself. So this is why you need to have a certain plan. So when you're watching Muty, it always looks very easy what he does, but the fluency and the speed is absolutely necessary to maintain his course, his game plan. Otherwise, it's going to fall apart.
Also, there's a new trick here. You guys saw that I actually didn't use the medic to heal the engineer because we're supposed to. There's an uninterruptible cutscene happening with the engineer, and we have to bring over the medic to heal our engineer. But there's some interesting rendering issues, like game logic wise. So we can just heal him ourselves by just blowing his face up with an SMG nade. So it's quite funny.
Yeah, at a certain angle where he's not rendered.
This again is really, really crucial. Muty needs to get here. Needs to get through here in a certain pace, otherwise they're gonna shoot and block him. He was attempting to slope up immediately there with the speed he got, but that is a very precise spacing he needs to get right onto the slope. Not that easy. This might remind you a lot of On a Rail from the original game.
Yeah, it does.
A lot of vents as well.
Sus.
And you might recognize this scene.
From Lambda
Was
Core,
Gordon
we
from
were just
behind.
here. Yeah,
we don't do it that way in the speedrun, to be honest.
We were here not too long ago. Or Johan was, I guess.
This is a new weapon and opposing force that you don't see in the original main game. It is a little bit like the BFG from Quake, but it has a secondary function that lets you teleport. And the teleport destination is dependent on where you start the teleportation. So we're frequently getting into certain spots to activate the teleport just a little bit earlier, to not lose any time and get into the spot, sometimes even before loads. And you will see that a lot. You're just going to charge it up, go through a load, and right after the load he's going to be in the right spot and going to teleport.
I was
What do you
about to
guys
say
think
that.
about this
Sorry, go
costume?
ahead. This guy is very sus.
Yeah, this guy
Quite
is
vented.
sus.
I think you vented.
Yeah.
I was about to
We're
say
gonna
that
vent.
the BFG is in Doom, not in Quake, and then I forgot the fact that in Quake 2 there's the BFG 10K, so
Yeah,
I was about to blame you for that.
I mean,
but
it's an
then
ID weapon,
realized-
really.
I mean,
It's an
yeah.
ID weapon.
Oh, come on. Shotgun. Don't let me down like that.
This here reminds me a lot of Quake, I have to say. Like, if you've ever played Quake 2, for example, this kind of cage in the end of a level, it's a little bit weird. But yeah,
We have time for a quick donation readout right now.
Sounds great. We got $50 from Tazo saying all of the world's forklift drivers wish this handsome Hungarian speedrunner good luck, and every viewer a very pleasant evening. Sending love to all of you. Thank you, Tazo.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Love you, Tazo.
So
Tazo
this
has
is
been a good
against-
friend of mine for a while,
Yeah.
for a good while. Sorry. Go ahead, Cutie.
So this is again some spacing that you're seeing here. Lots of enemies who can block your way. And yeah, pretty much like this. So this is one of the main things you need to manage in this game. Brings back classic old school feelings of the old ID games, because they are a lot about getting blocked as well. And here you're going to see a teleportation right before the load. In the speedrun, he would cut it a little shorter.
Yeah,
But-
save
Yeah, I
loaded
didn't
after
wanna
the
risk it.
teleport. Just skip one of the teleports.
I'm gonna try it here though, because here it's somewhat free. Well, it's not free, but I have a lineup to do it. I'm just gonna walk here, shoot it here. There we go.
Nice.
It's some
That
teleport.
was-
Saves 1 second.
Right, much faster. And he's just orienting on the textures on the wall. We do that a lot in speedrunning, pixel perfect setups. In this case, it was timing oriented on the room structure. And coming up is a very difficult trick, but Muty is probably gonna make it look easy. I hope it didn't jinx it now. He needs to
Good,
slope
I can
onto
tell. Okay, didn't.
easy.
First try,
I
very
don't
nice.
know. First try, yes. I mean, this is a pretty hard strategy. He needs to slope onto a very tiny slope there to not get any fall damage. Are you gonna get stuck in the vent? No.
Okay.
Shoutouts to that. Who's
Shoutouts
got
to
stuck
that.
in the vent in a single segment world record attempt?
Some say he's still stuck in that vent ever since. Since 2016 or whatever it was. Aww.
That's a very nice object boost. He's trying to get through the door much more quickly. This
Didn't
trick
get it,
here.
unfortunately.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
First
hardest
try.
boss fight in the game.
Epic boss fight.
Very
And
difficult.
it's over.
Oh wow, Scoutsman actually missed us, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah,
Usually he
we're-
shoots us here, and yeah, at this point, armor and HP management become insanely crucial. So any unwanted hit that I take is just, it's a no-no.
And another section where you could easily get blocked. And he does get blocked. Okay, you managed to
But
get through.
recovers very well. That was very nice, Muty.
Thanks. I don't know what that save load there was a little bit risky because
That can go really bad.
yeah.
If this
We
big
just came up
fella
with
is
some
blocking
names
you,
there. Yeah.
can easily
Ed
be
just
over. He
came
does so
up,
much
with
damage.
some names for those guys. Big Mama and Big Papa.
He doesn't
those
easily
two
die
folks.
either. He has a lot of HP. Alright, thank God that is over. You see a lot of movement here, so even though we have some insanely hard tricks, like the jump bug at the beginning, the slope off the side there, most of opposing forces much more movement heavy. We don't see that many big boosts, rather precise boosting to get over like small walls. Here again, movement section, you want to keep the speed from the stream of water.
That's really fast.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good speed.
Damage boosting over
Like
this?
here, small damage boost. Very small.
Yeah, it's very precise. To keep as much health and armor as possible. Just
Alright,
small
hope this
details
goes
all
well.
over.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm gonna have to reload. Nice.
You're not getting shot by the chopper there. Again, precise timing. He was just fast enough to outrun it, but you really need to be very fast for that. And you cannot
Mayhem.
achieve this if you're not having a certain speed, certain experience, certain overall skill in the game. It's not gonna work. certain strategies are not going to be accessible for you in the beginning if you're starting to run this game. Simply because you're not going to get the spacing, the right timing.
All right,
Maybe
this is the
just-
hardest chapter coming up.
Maybe just tapped the bomb and it went off. I mean, the timer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hits. Oh, I got headshotted. That's fine, I think.
81 HP.
No.
That's
It's
gonna be
fine. I can fix it.
difficult.
Backup
I'm
strategy.
just
Yeah.
gonna sit here.
Nice.
Very smart.
And here again, another trick where he needs... Ooh.
Yeah, because I just remembered. I cannot
Well, you
save
need to
load
do
and-
it another
yeah.
way. You can't get up here now. Well, but
I
that's
can
fine.
actually. It's just I can, but I cannot. Save load for this one. There we go.
Nice.
That's
There
gonna
we
be-
go. And even got the spacing right. There were two boxes, big boxes on the ceiling. They are swinging around. Muty needs to get over them, and then he's sloping off the floor because it is a little bit skewed.
There we
Yeah,
go.
and as you see, now I think this event was a little bit disturbing. Like, I mean, it was disrupting, rather, the flow of the run. And I think that's why this was a little bit difficult to get now.
So,
And this is the boss fight.
oh yes.
Time coming up.
Time coming up in about 2 minutes, but we still have some time for a few donations, so maybe go ahead.
Oh, fantastic. We have $10 from C. Sony Tai. They say, let's go, Muty friend, a donation from Hungary and for the Hungarian speedrunner community. We also have OxyJ donating $5. They say, Muty, proud of you, man. Make those viewers dizzy. Yes, indeed. My head's spinning. And we also have Zilla with $10. It says, go Muty, my king. I believe in you.
Something is wrong.
Activate a boss.
I think I might have soft locked it, but how?
Oh, it's soft lock.
You were just a little bit too
It
early
did.
there. Yeah, he was
Dang it.
doing a
Okay.
timing method there. He was getting into the room, then he was getting out the wrench, hitting the wall 3 times to time when he can enter the room to not soft lock it. Thank you, Muty, for showing me this to me, by the way. I was getting this wrong the last time I was commentating on how opposing force. You soft lock the game. It does not crash. I believe you now. I believe you.
I don't know, I just went too fast. I usually just hit the wall there 3 times with the pipe wrench and it's fine most of the time because I leave enough time for myself. Because there's like 2 triggers in the map, and if you hit the second one too early, you just soft lock. So there's a time window that you cannot go faster. The game is literally slowing us down, but here's the boss. I think his name is Anthony. Yeah, it is Anthony.
All right, I have a quick question for chat. Which boss fight do you like more? If you know the speedrun of the original Half-Life title, the first, like from Half-Life, or from this here, Opposing Force? I would really like to know what chat says about this. You see, he needs to shoot the eyes, right and left, and then he needs to get to the other side quickly to use the gun, and then he needs to shoot the middle. Now he does that in cycles.
Poor guy getting his eye shot.
And he does it so fast, you one note, that the bridge doesn't even break. Or do you usually not use it? I don't know how it's starting to break in the first place, but in the old speedrun it was like that, and nowadays he's just gonna go over like this.
GG.
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 That is time, by the way.
Yeah, it's time. Sorry. Time.
Very nice run, Muty.
Alrighty, 22:19 in-game time because we have a load remover, so it's a pretty solid run given the fact how many mishaps there were. Alright, I guess I'll give my shout outs to Fixin, the Source Runs community. Thank you everyone helping out. with making this run possible. Thanks GDQ for the opportunity. Just everyone, really, all of you people are awesome. Thank you very much to everyone.
Yep.
And thank you to my commentators as well.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Yes, thanks, Muty, and thanks for having us, GDQ.
And play G, play it now.
Yes.
Play G, play it now.
All right, Muty, thank you so much once again for that brief but incredible run of Half-Life Opposing Force. Cutie, Edward, good to have you on comms as always, putting all that information in such a very short time. Very impressive. Thank you so much for that. Got a couple more donations to close out the Half-Life block. Got $5 from Tempest Mask 1000. Said, I thought to donate sooner, but now is as great a time as ever. I thought it might be fitting for Iggy to read this one. After all, he read my AGDQ message during Sonic 06, which I still enjoy watching the video. Thanks, Iggy. Oh, thank you, Tempest. Not only that, but my first marathon I ran happened to be at Source Runs Marathon 2020. So I knew this would be a perfect opportunity. Rock on, Muty. Keep being epic, everyone. And let's go Celeste. And we are less than $15,000 away to get Catgirl onto the schedule for the Celeste Custom Maps run. Y'all live for these GDQ moments. I know I do. This is the opportunity right now to make one. So let's get it in. Scatter Dreamer agrees with a $10 donation. They say, so you're telling me I'm supporting a great organization and a cat map? I'm in. Indeed. Everybody get on in. Let's just take this home. Let's go. Lexi Lee with a $25 donation saying what we're all thinking. Let's get Catgirl Madeline. I want Catgirl. I'm sure Catgirl really appreciates all the attention. It's going to be great. Y'all are making Frozen Flagon very, very happy watching this donation total skyrocket. And now, another word from one of our awesome sponsors. Fangamer, the preeminent video game merch company, with new SGDQ merchandise available now, including a foil upgraded event badge, a limited edition pin, a water bottle, joggers, and more. 100% of profits from GDQ merch sales support Médecins Sans Frontières. You can check out the collection at www.fangamer.com/GDQ. Oh, everybody's coming in, rallying together to meet that Catgirl Madeline incentive. We got $25, 5 tickets for the hype train from Mysterious Gamer X. They say better donate for Catgirl Madeline. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. And we also have Kalotzi5 with $25 once again, saying, come on, let's get that Catgirl Madeline incentive met. We are less than $14,000 away right now. That total is skyrocketing. It is a hockey stick situation, everybody. Let's keep it going. We have less than what you think. So everybody, let's make it happen. Holy machi machi. I love it. Jade Turtle with the $25 donation saying, glad I could catch the Celeste custom map block in SGDQ. Fun to see this great custom map get played by a great runner. Good luck, Frozen Flagon. Wishing good luck ahead of the run. I do appreciate it, Jade Turtle. Thank you so much. And now, more GDQ will occur when we come right back. Welcome back, everybody, to Summer Games Done Quick 2021 online, the catgirl capital of Twitch at the moment. $38,000 raised towards that incentive. It is happening, people. It is happening. I love it. Shoe Unit sends us $15 and says simply, I believe in catgirl supremacy. Oh, it's occurring, my friends. It is occurring. All right, y'all. My time hosting for SGDQ has come to an end. But let me tell you, getting to be silly for all of you, getting to host for good friends this event has made this the most fun I have had at the host station by far. And it is going to be all the more sweet when we get to make this happen in person, whenever that may be. I am just hoping so badly that it is sooner rather than later. But we're at the point where it's entirely up to us now. So everyone, please, please, if you're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. If you're already vaccinated, awesome. Be a responsible advocate for vaccination. I just know that we can make amazing things happen when we work together. Just look at this past week. And trust me, when we get to that point where we will all be celebrating in person together once more, we will. We will. I'm going to be handing the host mic to an individual ready and willing to continue the hype. Someone who is by far one of my personal highlights for this event. The GDQ Cinematic Universe's very own Iron Man, Mr. Game and Shout. In the meantime, y'all be the world's joy and do not be afraid to pay it forward because we were all in this together. And now, hey, let's find out about some awesome prizes everybody sent. Take it away.
Iggy, I am always happy to take it away from you, my dude, and whenever that day may be, I hope you are there so that I can give you a hug myself. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick Online 2021. My name is Sent, and I am here to tell you all about some of the amazing prizes that you can win by donating. Remember, you don't have to donate specifically for any of the prizes that I'm going to show off, so you can get your donations in for all of the amazing incentives and bonus games that we have on the schedule. Incentives like that Cat Girl Madeline incentive we have coming up for our very next run, some Celeste custom maps by Frozen Flagon. We all want to see that happen, but I think we are still about $9,000 short of it. Let's make it happen, Twitch chat. I believe in all of you. And let me show you some of the cool prizes that you could win by getting those donations in. So, from Itazan, we have this absolutely beautiful Breath of the Wild inspired Master Sword pin. Like, just look at this thing. It is shiny and beautiful and incredibly well defined. There's so much detail in here. I love the flowers accenting it. It is very clearly the Breath of the Wild Master Sword, but at the same time, it's just its own thing, and it's beautiful, and it's only a $5 minimum donation. How is a pin this good? Only a $5 minimum donation? Let me show you what else we got, but thank you so much to Itazan for sending that out. Now, from TL Creativity, for a $15 minimum donation, we have this lovely Legend of Link print depicting Link in all of his heroic glory with the Hylian crest, you know, kind of backlighting him. It's a super beautiful piece. I love the emotion that has been captured here. I love Link's face on it. It's just so expressive. For a character that canonically never speaks. Link is just such an expressive and emotive character, and I absolutely love it. Thank you so much to TL Creativity. Remember, $15 minimum donation. Also, from our good friend Wolf Shadow, we have a pair of beautiful pins. We have a pair of Half-Life patches that you can iron on. One is the Lambda symbol from Half-Life. The other is the symbol of the Black Mesa Laboratory. We also have a set of Breath of the Wild patches that you can iron on. One for each of the 4 main divine beasts, and they are color-coded to help that out. The Half-Life ones are a $5 minimum donation. The Breath of the Wild ones are a $10 minimum donation. Thank you so much to Wolf Shadow for sending that out to us. Now from Puzzle P, we have this absolutely beautiful painting. It's called Strawberry Feels Forever. It's got Madeline holding a strawberry next to a black and green background. It's super great. I love Puzzle P's art, as mentioned, and you can see it on this one just because it's so large. That Puzzle P style is all about these doodles all across the canvas. It's great, and hidden in those doodles, you might be able to see some hidden words related to Celeste and speedrunning. It's so cool. Thank you so much, Puzzle P. $20 minimum donation, again, from now until the end of Breath of the Wild. So get those donations in, but get them in soon so that you can put them towards that Celeste incentive. From RecTech EXE, we have this absolutely lovely isometric painting of Hateno Village from Breath of the Wild. Like, look at that. It's so cool. You got the windmill, you got the shrine, you got everything you could love from a really interesting perspective that you just don't see in the games themselves. I love RecTech style. Looks great, looks so smooth. Huge shout outs to RecTech. Thank you so much for sending this out to us. Again, another $20 minimum donation, so make sure to get those donations in. Keeping the Breath of the Wild theme rolling, we have from Stitchery Geekery this absolutely beautiful Lionel plushie. My little Lionel, what more could you want? Look at this majestic mane. Look at how flowing it is. Stitchery Geekery actually had a few different designs for the Lionel, and one of them had very short hair, and one of them had this majestic flowing long hair and tied up beard. And we were discussing, we're not really sure which one is better, but at the end of the day, how could you not love this hair? It's great. It's an absolutely adorable, fierce little guardian. $25 minimum donation. Keep in mind, this is an entirely made from scratch, entirely patterned from scratch, handmade plushie. Only a $25 minimum donation from now until the end of Breath of the Wild. Get those donations in, people. Get them in. Oh boy. All right. You know what, chat? So you can get me to talk about just about any prize. Put a prize in front of me, I will talk about it forever, about how much it's awesome, why it's great, and why you should donate for it. But I'm not going to say anything about this one. It comes to us from Jonathan V. Air, and it is absolutely stunning. $25 minimum donation for this Ganon print. Let's just admire it for a minute. Like, seriously. This might be one of my favorite pieces of art, not just from this event, but that we've ever received. It's beautiful. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for sending that out to us. It's on a metallic print, by the way, so this is printed on a metal plate. Turn it around and annoy my cameraman by showing the metal backing and metal mount for it. It's incredible. $25 minimum donation. Please get your donations in. I can't win it. I'm not allowed to, but you can certainly win it at home. Now, from our good friend Brian, we have some Half-Life logos. These are pretty unique. They're a $25 minimum donation for a set of 3. We have them available in 3 different colors: orange for the original Half-Life, green for opposing forces, and of course blue for Alex? No, Half-Life Blue Shift, right. That would be what the blue one is for. These are super cool. They're laser cut metal discs here that have been painted black, and then the logo, the Lambda logo in the different colors, has been made out of a chain link fence that has been plasma cut down and kind of sanded off and then painted and attached to the disc itself. They're super cool. You get all 3 logos, orange, blue, and green together for a $25 minimum donation if you win. Huge shout outs to Brian Newland. Those are absolutely amazing. Now, $50 minimum donation at any point today. So that's going to be from Heads Run this morning all the way to Mega Man X2 a bit later tomorrow morning. We have 2 amazing prizes that you can win. Let me show them off to you. First off, from Lara Pie, we have this absolutely incredible hand-done Peach drawing. This honestly is one of the reasons that I love getting out here and showing off prizes to you, because there are some things that just don't come across super well in pictures. When I saw this, I was like, oh, that's a cool drawing. And then when we got it in the mail, I was like, oh, that's an incredible drawing. This is not a print, by the way. This is colored markers, colored pencils. Like that level of detail, that level of shading, that level of texture with colored pencils on a canvas this large. Are you kidding me? This is incredible. $50 minimum donation. Again, until the end of X2, you've got some time to get it in, but get it in soon for sure. Thank you so much, Larapai, for sending that out to us. It is fantastic. And right here behind me from MavMade, we have this beautiful wearable Metroid replica helmet. Whoop. Got to get it all the way off the stand there if I want to show it off. It's super cool. It's super spacious on the inside. Plenty of room to stick your head. It's just like a bicycle helmet, but I mean, it looks like Samus's helmet from the Metroid series. It comes with a great stand, and the stand is actually formed in the shape of the Metroid logo, so you got that going for it. It looks incredible. It's super cool, super well done. I love the finish on it. $50 minimum donation for it. Thank you so much to MavMade for sending that out. I'm just going to set it down right here next to me. And of course, we have both of our amazing grand prizes. Always got to talk about them. $250 minimum donation, but that's cumulative throughout the event. So $50 right now is going to get you to everything I just talked about and going to get you 1/5 of the way into both of these amazing grand prizes. From Heroic Replicas, we have your choice of 18 different amazing replicas. So many great options. If you're a Zelda fan, seriously, the options are almost limitless because you got the Master Sword, you got Dark Link's sword, you got the Hylian shield, you got the Megaton hammer, you got the Chris sword from the Zelda cartoon. Like, come on, the options are there. They're great. If you're a Fire Emblem fan, Ike's Ragnall or Lucina's Falchion, maybe you just like classic animation, we got He-Man's Sword of Power. We got the Thundercats Sword of Omens. There are so many great options. Huge shout-outs to Heroic Replicas and especially to Dave at Heroic Replicas for making that happen. And then behind me right here, we have this absolutely beautiful Skytech Gaming Mark IX custom gaming PC. You'll want this PC. You can head over to gamesdonequick.com right now. Check out the tracker. It's got a list of all the parts in this PC. It's amazing. It's got a 3070 Ti in it. That's really all I should have to say. You can't find one of those right now, but you can certainly win one if you donate at least $250 and are the lucky winner of this amazing rig. Thank you so much to Skytech Gaming for sending that out. That's going to be all the time that I have right now. But remember, you can always go to gamesdonequick.com, check out the link to the tracker, should be right up there or so, and you can see all of the information about things in the marathon. We have so much information. There's speed runs. There's so many great speed runs in the marathon. We got Celeste coming up. We got Breath of the Wild coming up. We have so many games you definitely don't want to miss. Information on all the incentives you can put your donations towards and how they're doing. Incentives like that Catgirl Madeline incentive we have for Celeste coming up right after this segment. And of course, on all of the amazing prizes that you can win by getting your donations in to Doctors Without Borders. That's going to do it for me. And Mr. Game and Shout, I think you know the routine. So why don't you get people hype for Celeste?